Marriage is the coming together of two imperfect people who are made perfect and joined as one by God. God himself created the institution of marriage when he made Eve to be a helpmate for Adam in the Garden of Eden, Genesis chapter 2 verse 18. Most of the time, marriage encounter their share of problems and troubles. Agreement and petty fights come up between man and wife, which is normal. However, the fights and arguments may cause us to be concerned when it becomes incessant and increasingly frequent. They are underlying issues that needed to be checked. Most of the time, the issues and problems arising and threatening to break down the marriage may not even be a fault from the man or his wife. Most of the time, such issues may be traced to external factors, which the wife and husband allow affect their relationship or marriage. There are so many external factors that could be hindering the peace and joy of the relationship, and if it's not sorted and arrested in time, then it could destroy the relationship. The devil is prowling around and making sure he destroys the marriage and relationships of the children of God. We know the devil has 3 missions, which are to kill, steal, and destroy. The devil and his agent are looking for ways to terminate your relationship, especially of those who are children of God. This is why it's very important to be watchful and vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is prowling like a hungry lion, seeking for whom to devour. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. This is why you and your partner should be aware of whatever external factor is being allowed to rule their home and is causing so many issues in the marriage. As Christians, you must ask for the wisdom of God in running the affairs of the marriage and home. You should not give room for external factors to disrupt your relationship. This is why you must keep praying and committing your marriage to God. God will surely show you your weakness and shortcomings. One major external factor that affects the relationship is family and in-laws. It is said that marriage is the joining of two families through the husband and wife. The moment you're in a relationship, then it is pertinent to love, respect, and take care of your in-laws. However, there come moments where they would want to start dictating in one way or the other the affairs of the home and how it should run. As husband and wife in a marriage, it's important you do not allow interference into your personal affairs from family and in-laws. Don't ever give room for them to make important decisions for you, especially when you and your partner have not decided on the issue. You may seek advice and support from them, but they should not be the ones calling the shot and making the necessary decision concerning your life and relationship. You and your wife should learn to team up and communicate effectively on how best to decide whatever issue that you may face in the relationship. Having a good spiritual head or a mentor who is experienced on issues of marriage, one way to solve issues that you think. It is not as if parents and in-laws don't have good decisions to advise you on, but that advice should be taken only when you and your party have both agreed on it. Family interference in marriages has led to the breakup of so many marriages and homes. Another external factor that can cause a marriage to drift apart is when one or both of the spouses begins to focus more on career and work and then begin to neglect the home. The bond of any marriage is about how you create and share your time with your partner. The more you spend time together with your partner, the healthier your relationship and marriage will be. So many couples have allowed their marriage to drift apart, consciously or not. This is because they no longer spend quality time with one another. It could be the man that is obsessed with his job, and it could also be the fault of the wife who has given so much time to her career to the detriment of the relationship. The same applies when the couple begins to give birth. It may sound surprising that when children begin to come into the equation, it might divide the love of the couple, especially the mothers. Children should not be a dividing factor in the marriage. Rather, they should contribute to the love and bond that the spouses share between themselves. Work and career are good because it helps foot the bills and financial aspect of the home. However, the spouse should not place them above the marriage. Couples should always create time to bond and communicate effectively. This will only make the marriage stronger and happier. Friends and social life too is important. That could make or mar your marriage. Not every one of your friends has good thoughts towards you, especially your marriage. You must study your partner and know the characteristics and attributes of such a spouse. Is he or she an outgoing person? How vibrant is the social life of your spouse? Are they introverted or extroverted? All these are things you must have about your spouse before marrying him or her. Regardless, your friends should be restricted from being a factor that can destroy your home. So many young men and women today have taken issues concerning their marriages to their friends who, instead of giving them solid advice, only help in compounding the issues. This has led to the destruction of many marriages and homes. There is a saying about friends: show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Most times, you are a reflection of the type of friends you keep and the company you follow. Don't allow your social life to affect your marriage. If your social life and friends don't sit well with your partner, then it's likely your relationship is heading for disaster. In fact, in most cases, your friends should also be friends with your spouse and vice versa. This way, there won't be issues rising. Your partner must be able to wholly trust you, no matter the issue or situation, that your secrets are safe and you are not exposing them to your friends. Financial and economic woes have played a major role in destroying so many homes and marriages today. The rate of divorce in the world today is high, and the money factor is one major reason for this. This is why it's advisable not to rush into a relationship without enough investment and financial strength. So many fathers can't provide for the home, not necessarily because they don't want to, but they have lost their jobs due to many factors, for example during the pandemic, or due to the failing economy of the nation. The couple must have a strong financial capability so that when one fails, the other can assist the financial strain on the family and home. It is important to have a partner that stands firm and stands by you if you encounter financial woes in your marriage. They are ready to help you financially strong again and lift your spirits when things are not working as it should. When in time of financial crises, keep hold of your faith and never do anything that compromise. Rather, hold on steadfastly to the will and purpose of God. He will surely lift you out of that quagmire of financial problems. It is important not to lose faith. Financial woes are not the only issue that can affect the marriage. Life issues too can affect the marriage. Issues such as loss of a loved one, sickness, debt, war, and life-threatening diseases such as cancer can take a toll on the relationship and marriage. You must have a spouse that is strong and courageous enough to fight the battle with you and stand by you no matter what life throws at you. Job's wife was a bad example of a loving and caring partner. She specifically told Job to curse God and die. This is not the type of wife you should have. There are so many examples of women of faith who stood with their spouses in times of trials and hardship. Examples are Sarah, Rebecca, Ruth, and so on. When situations of life come like this, you and your partner should have a strong faith in God, that He can lead you out of whatever situation or circumstances of life you both find yourselves in. God is willing to fight your battles. He sees your secret tears and He is ready to wipe them away. Though weeping may last for a night, joy comes in the morning. Psalm 30, verse 5. In conclusion, external factors are sure to come up during your marriage. However, the way you and your spouse address them is what determines how strong and happy your marriage would be. You must learn to communicate effectively. Communication is key in solving external issues in your relationship. Don't give room for factors such as family and friends to interfere with your relationship, and this is why it's important to set boundaries in your relationship with family and friends. Make sure you settle your dispute with your spouse quickly, so as not to give room for bitterness and hatred. Remember, you and your partner are a team. You must make a conscious effort to work together to make your relationship great. Above all, put God first and make Him the foundation of your relationship. Always watch and pray effectively.